Brooklyn, you're on mute.
I don't know what's going on. I think there's only a certain number of people you can see on the right side.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, we are now being recorded, so you'll have to wait to talk. You can't all talk at once. It looks like I'm going to call your name and you tell me if you're here. Aaron Cooper. Brooklyn.
She's on mute.
Yeah. Brooklyn.
She's on mute. Brooklyn's on mute.
I don't think so. Oh, I don't think so.
Brooklyn, get out of mute. Hit Control E. No, I mean Control D. Control D.
Connor, take your hood down so I could see you. Take your hood down. Connor. Thank you. Taryn, I see you're here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hi, Taryn. Your camera's not working?
No.
Okay. Mr. Gilger is working on that, but as long as you can hear me, you could stick with me for now.
I think I got it.
Okay.
No.
And David S., you're here.
Here.
Gavin.
What up?
Yash.
Here.
Saad.
Here.
And that's it, right?
Yeah.
So we are missing Aaron.
David C.
David C.
No.
And David N. And that's the three we're missing. Okay, we're going to get started. We're starting on our book. Those of you can see, it's called Mystery of the Plumed Serpent. Okay. All right. I want you to look at your packet. I gave you some vocabulary words.
Is this the packet?
Yeah. It looks like, let me see, where is that
That's
packet?
math, Gavin.
No, it has simple solutions in front though.
Well, we're not going to do math right now. Let me.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, here, it's the mystery elements.
Yeah.
This packet.
I accidentally started reading that book.
Yeah, you were only.
Right.
Why would you start already?
Here's the thing. Started the book. Just don't give away any of the answers. Just read along with it.
I just read one chapter. That's all.
That's okay, but don't give away any of the clues because some of the kids didn't read that chapter yet.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to do it at homework, so I already read
Josh, we were only supposed to do the snow day packet.
What?
We were only supposed to do the snow day packet.
Yeah, I know that, but at first I thought we're supposed to do the plume circuit.
Yeah.
Stop. Gavin, not your job. I'm going to tell them what to do, and I just got done solving that problem, okay?
Hello.
Who's that?
Oh, Brooklyn's back on.
Oh, hi, Brooklyn.
Hi.
Okay,
Hi.
Everybody look at your vocabulary words. It says,
Can you hear me?
I can't find the page.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
perfect.
Yes.
It
Oh
looks
no, I
like,
need my packet.
Gavin, look at me and look here. This is what it looks like.
Found it.
Is it in the back?
Mine is in my binder. I need to get it.
Okay. When you get online, have your material ready, have your folder and your books for that class. The next online class is going to be religion and social studies, so you need both of those. Okay? So everybody get your packet and get your book, The Plumed Serpent.
Got it.
Oh, I found it.
Exciting. Who's
Miss
G?
Watson.
Gab, so that's Gab.
Is this the right one?
No heart. Everybody's talking.
Yeah, that's it.
Look, Gavin, it looks like this.
Okay.
That's
So I know I'm close. I'm close.
You're close.
Is it like alibi, clue?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. I got it.
Well, I have the blue serpent thing, but I.
Okay. Let's go over the vocabulary words. These are vocabulary words for all mysteries. David S., could you read alibi?
Alibi. A plea offered by an accused person of not having been at the scene of the crime.
Good. Can anybody give me an example of an alibi?
Me.
Go ahead, Josh.
You can say I wasn't at the crime scene. At that time, I was
I'm saying it's
eating
not good now.
dinner in the restaurant.
Very good.
No. Seriously?
Boys and girls, boys especially, listen. We can hear you when you talk to yourself. So you'll have to hold off on that. Clue.
Yes, that's it.
Connor, can you read clue?
Wait, I think, yeah. It's here. I think. Has to be here.
Connor. Connor,
What's that?
Yes.
can you hear me, Connor? Can you read the definition for clue?
Something that appears to give information towards solving the crime.
Good. Can anyone give me an example of a clue? Go ahead, Connor.
We
Okay, I got it now.
We saw Hawkins eating out of the pet store, so we suspect the dog stole the stuff.
Okay. Connor, we can't hear you very well. Can you turn up your volume a little bit?
Yeah. Mom, what's this?
Deduction. Gavin, can you read what deduction means?
Collecting the facts and drawing a possible conclusion.
Good. Can you give me, well, I guess we can't really think of an example for that. So who would be the person to collect facts and figure out the
Detective?
Yeah, detective.
Good job. Right. And I have
Detective.
a word down below. Let's slide down to that one. It's a synonym for detective, and it's called a sleuth. Did you ever hear that word before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So detective, investigator, and sleuth are synonyms.
Guys, can you hear me?
Okay, then. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Evidence. Brooklyn, go ahead and do evidence.
Someone or something that proves who committed the crime.
Okay.
Like almost like a clue. Almost.
Like, for example, if David S. had cookie crumbs all over his mouth, I could probably call that evidence that he stole the cookie from the cookie jar, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Wow, you wouldn't do that.
Motive.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
That's something he would
Listen, stop a minute. Every time you talk, everybody can hear everybody talking.
Yeah.
So you'll have to wait and take your turn. Karen, can you read motive?
Yeah. A reason for doing something.
Good. What would be a motive for stealing the cookies out of the cookie jar, Gavin?
maybe like because
Being hungry.
like your little sister wanted it, I guess.
Being hungry.
Being hungry, yes, or your little, both of them are good.
Yeah.
The next word is a weird word.
Can I read it?
Sod. Read the next one.
I don't
Sod.
think Sod is here.
Brooklyn, I don't need you to answer, okay? Because if all 5 of you answer at the same time, then I can't hear Sod. Sod was on. He did answer me. Let's see if we can find him. Sod, are you there?
Yes.
Good job. Could you read the next vocabulary word?
Over beyond, I went to get my charger.
Oh, okay. Red herring. We're on red herring.
A false lead that throws the investigator off the track.
Okay. Isn't that a weird word for a false lead?
Yes.
There's a history behind that. In the olden days, like with you ever heard of Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a detective.
Yes. In the olden days, the criminals would get away, and when they sent the dogs, the bloodhounds, to chase them, to track them down, the criminals would take red herring, which is a very, very stinky fish, and they would rub it across their path that they walked. Remember how Harriet Tubman went in the water to get away from the dog being able to smell her? Well, this is how the criminals would do it on land. They'd take the red herring and they'd rub it across their path as they were going, and it would throw the dogs off because that smelly fish would be all they could smell. So that's why they call it a red herring.
Can I give an example?
Sure. This is Yash. Go ahead, Yash.
If like I'm the criminal and I stole money from a bank, I might if I had blonde hair, I might leave a tuft of black hair to make it look like someone with black hair did it.
Excellent example, Yash. Good job. Move your fish up. Wait, we don't have any fish to move up.
Get in trouble.
All right, next is suspect. That's pretty easy. Who didn't get to do one yet?
Aaron.
Oh wait, Aaron's here.
Aaron, are you here?
left?
He left?
Yeah, it said Aaron left the chat.
Oh, well, maybe.
Can I do it?
Go ahead, Brooklyn.
It's suspect, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. People who appear to have a motive to have committed the crime.
Good. And so we know that David Summer is the suspect of stealing the cookies from the cookie jar. Our clue is he had cookie crumbs on his face.
He's laughing.
Okay, witness. Gavin, do witness.
All right. Person who has personal knowledge about the crime. That points you the wrong conclusion.
Good. Okay. I want to ask you before we go on to the next thing, how is my volume for you? Too loud, too soft, or just right?
It's right.
It's just right.
Good. Then I won't mess with it. So the next thing we're going to do is get your book out, The Mystery of the Plumed Serpent.
Got it.
And this is by Barbara Brenner. She's a pretty popular author. So if you find you like this book, you might want to get some other books by her. Okay. I am going to, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read the prologue, and we're going to talk about the prologue, and then I'll let you sign off to go ahead and read chapter 1. When you read chapter 1, you're going to be looking in your packet, and you're going to see, oh, I forgot I made that page. You're going to see these pages here that have page number, clue, details, and prediction. So you need to read, when you're reading chapter 1, you don't have to do the whole chapter. You could read a little bit and you're like, aha, I think that's a clue. Write that down under clues and what page you found it on. And then if you want to add a little more detail to the clue, you can. And then on the last part, it says your prediction. Because of that, I think this. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Any questions on that?
No.
You're going to do that on your own when you read chapter 1. Right now, we're going to read the prologue together.
Okay.
When we're reading the prologue together, we have this page we're going to look at right behind the vocabulary page. Okay. Okay. So grab the page we're going to look at is the story map. The main thing we're going to look at is, I wanted to, yeah, that page won't work. I wanted a list of characters. What I'm going to do is when we sign off here, I'm going to put that question into your classwork assignments to list the characters that you met in the prologue, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's turn to the first page. It's called the prologue.
It's this
Do you all
one,
have
right?
your books? This is, yep, it says prologue. And it has that funny little serpent there on the
I know
top.
that. I know what that is.
No, don't give anything away. We're going to go slowly. I know you read a lot, so just don't give anything away.
I read the whole one.
Well, I know, Brooklyn, your mom told me, but just don't give any clues away yet, okay?
I won't.
Have you filled out all those papers? Okay. Just don't say anything about any
won't.
clues. Tomorrow you can tell your clues for chapter 1. So you might want to reread chapter 1 tonight. Okay. I'm going to read and you guys follow along. Look at the picture also while I'm reading. First of all, picture in your mind 2 houses side by side. So close, they look as if someone had pasted them together. On the door of one house is the number 22. On the other is the number 24. Number 24 is empty. The windows are dark. There must once have been a grocery store in the basement because there is a faded yellow sign over the entrance. It says grocery bodega. Bodega is the Spanish word for grocery. So now you know that this is a neighborhood where many of the people speak Spanish. That's all the empty houses can tell us for now. But just remember, things change. What do we call that when the author says something like that?
That's creepy.
I think, is it like a clue or something?
Sort of a clue. It's not exactly a clue. They call that foreshadowing. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing means the author is telling you something's gonna happen. You know, kind of in a spooky movie when they play that music and you go, oh no, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
When you hear the music, that's what the author's doing in writing. She's saying to you, here's the spooky music, something's gonna happen.
On the building of 24, I can see a cat.
We're at
On the top.
on the top, on the very roof. What's that cat doing on the roof?
He's looking at the sky, apparently.
Mrs. Wetzel.
Yes.
I've heard that, like, is it true that the prologue, there are sometimes clues in the prologue that tells us what's going to happen later on in the story?
That, yes. But in this prologue, no.
Okay.
No clues in this prologue. Okay, we're ready for page 8.
Okay.
Several families.
You didn't do the bottom. There are lights on at number 20.
Oh, I did miss that. Sorry. There are lights on number 22. Looking at, let's turn back to that picture again.
Okay.
Where would you say the setting is in this story?
I think it would look like not like a city. I don't think it's a city.
I don't think New York.
What do you think, Taryn?
I would think it would be like a. Well, there's always some like Hispanic people in New York, so like maybe since like the buildings are so close, maybe like.
So you think it is a city setting?
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe.
What do you think, Sod?
I think this is just a poor town.
Probably.
Connor, what do you think?
I
think like.
Connor's drawing. Okay. Oh,
Brooklyn, be quiet, honey. Connor,
What do you want me to do?
can you hear me okay, Connor?
Yeah. It's just.
Okay.
I was grabbing something. What do you need the answer to?
Well, you need to stick with us for this few minutes we're on here. My question, I don't remember now. My question was, Do you think this is a city setting or a country setting, looking at the picture?
City setting.
It's definitely a city setting. So that would be urban. Urban isn't a synonym for a city. Rural is a synonym for country. So yes, it's definitely a city setting when you see the houses close together like that. Okay, now we're ready for page 8.
Okay.
Yes, Josh.
I think most of the action is going to happen in the empty building, and the thief or whatever the mystery is going to happen in the yellow building too.
Good. Well, let's find out. Today we're just finishing up the prologue. Several families live here, but we're interested in only one family. The one on the second floor. Let's pretend to look in their windows. You see the boy lying on the floor with his feet up in the air and his hair over his eyes? He's called Miguel Garcia. He's reading. He's always reading, especially books about Mexico. Maybe it's because his father, who died when Miguel was a little boy, was Mexican. That's Grandma over there by the front window in her favorite chair. From there, she can watch everything that goes on in the street and tells what she sees. Everyone loves Grandma. She's an old person with young ideas. That skinny girl with the black braids who is slamming dishes around, that's Elena. Elena and Miguel are twins, but they're very different. Their grandmother says Miguel is a lake and Elena is a volcano. That's not very scientific. It's just a funny joke. The twins' mother, Mrs. Garcia, is the other person who lives in this apartment. She's the lady you see lying in the bedroom. She's resting after a hard day's work in the office. An office. She sighs a lot. You can understand why when you find out that she's a widow and has to take care of the whole family by herself. Although Miguel helps her with the checkbook, he's good in arithmetic, and Elena runs lots of errands. She's good at running. There are two people you won't see tonight, but they're in the story. One is Fat Man, who always wears dark glasses. The other is Blue Jeans, who walks like a tiger. We'll meet them. We'll meet these two tomorrow. So will Miguel and Elena. And there's one character who will be there, but the children will never see him, the man with binoculars. But right now, it's time for bed. The lights go out in number 22. Now, all you can see by the glow of the street lamp are the dim shapes of the two houses side by side. When it's Saturday, the action will begin. That's more foreshadowing. Okay. And that's all we're going to read together today.
Okay.
Check your classwork. I'll try and put that question in there for you to do. I'm going to sign off now. You have about 4 minutes before we start our next class at 9:30.
Wait,
And you'll need religion and you'll need your social studies book.
wait, are we gonna be doing wait, do we have to read the chapter still?
Yes, you can do that this afternoon.
Okay.
Chapter 1 is your assignment.
All right.
Okay? Okie doke. I'm signing off.
But
What? Go ahead, Brooklyn.
are we gonna do religion first or social studies?
Get both of them. We're doing them both in this time frame from 9:30 to 10.
All right.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Bye. I have to log off.
Trying to figure out. I might just.
I'm just gonna stay on since I already read the book.
Josh, you can't. You'll have to log on to the next class.
Oh, I can't stay?
No.